T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
Robert W. Pratt Field on the campus of Smithtown West High School. Welcome to the Orlin Cohen Game of the Week here on T&D Sports Video Productions. Alongside my partner, Nick Schroeder, I'm Chris Caiozzo. And Nick, we are in store for a great game today between the Bulls from Smithtown West and the Mustangs from Miller Place.
Yeah, you're going to have a great game. You have a Miller Place team that has really done well record-wise with a very young group. They've lost a lot of players from the past. They were a playoff team perennially in this particular conference. Smithtown West, however, has only one loss, okay, and that was to East Islip, who's probably the number one seed in this conference. They're led by Nico Cottage, who is an outstanding face-off man, and they also have a whole staff basically of people that were from Smithtown, starting with the head coach and moving on down to his assistants. Every one of those gentlemen was a Smithtown graduate. So that means a lot. They're getting a lot of kids out who didn't play last year, who stepped away from lacrosse, and they've got some other athletes from the basketball team in particular, and it should be interesting.
As we spotlight our players here, Cameron Golding, number 27 from Miller Place.
Yeah, he's going to have to be a leader. He's got a lot of young kids out there, and he's a midfielder and sometimes playing attack. And he's he's not. He's a defensive player. He's a long stick midi, but he is at the midfield, and he does handle that stick real well. And he's probably going to match up with somebody who's a good player from Smithtown West.
And let's switch to the home team for Smithtown West. You mentioned his name before, number 12, the face-off guy, Nico Cottage.
Yeah, Nico Cottage is probably the best face-off man I've seen in Suffolk County this year. In the Smithtown East, Smithtown West game, he won 100% of his face-offs, and that was the difference in the game in a one-goal victory for Smithtown West.
We are in store for a good one here, as we are about 2.5 minutes away from the first face-off, pending the national anthem. So about 5 minutes to the opening face-off. We're in store for a good one. Two of the top teams in Suffolk County battle today on the Orlin Cohen Sports Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Incredible pass. Look at Johnson on the other end. And then a goal back for Farmingdale.
Double comes every time Spallina beats it.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spallina to Spallina.
You have Leonetti behind her. Batika fires, and a save by Bowden. Her fourth already.
Fourth in 7 minutes. And another one!
Oh my, what instincts! And then her
Minning score!
Gives it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores!
Experience, trusted, proven, excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production, the industry standard, T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Thank you for your support. Let's make today's game one to remember.
A very nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner sung
As
by
a reminder,
one of
our
the Smithtown West students here. Smithtown West students. And we're just a few seconds away as both teams are taking the field. Nick, we are in store, like I said in the intro, for a good one.
Yeah, we're in for a really good one. Smithtown West, as you can see, has a lot more players than Miller Place, but Miller Place has kids that can score. They're in there. They have a good record in the conference right now, and this should be a heck of a game. You're going to see a little more specialization on the Smithtown West part. They have an offensive midfield. They have defenders. They'll go in with a fourth long pole, and they are more versatile than you think. They have two basketball players, the Repper brothers, Lorenzo and Ben, and they come in and they've provided a lot of defensive and matchup capabilities from the defensive end. So you'll see them playing some of the stronger players on Miller Place.
Miller Place lost a name that a couple of players that, the name, you say the name on Long Island and everyone knows the name in the lacrosse community and the Spalinas. They all went up to Syracuse now. I got the pleasure of broadcasting one of their games 2 years in a row now, and even on the football field, and they were incredible football players too. But the lacrosse field, they had the chemistry they had with each other and their teammates was just simply incredible, and I'm sure they're missed on the lacrosse field for Miller Place.
And don't forget the father, Spalina, is also the women's coach at Stony Brook and has done a great job. And before that, he had national championships at Adelphi before he went to Stony Brook. So that's a pretty good teacher for all of those kids that have come through there.
We'll see what Miller Place could do today. One of their bigger challenges on the year. They're undefeated in the conference. So that should be a big one for them to keep their record. Smithtown West has one loss, and as we mentioned, it was to East Islip, and Longwood was a non-conference loss for Miller Place. And look, we have our spotlight players, Golding and Cottage, for the opening draw. And away we go. Surprise? Not so much. Won by Cottage.
Cottage amazing. Now he comes off. Now they'll bring an offensive player, an offensive midfielder in.
Behind the goal. Smithtown, I remember from doing their game last year, and obviously it's a new coach. We talked about that. But they play quick.
They do. They have excellent spacing. A lot of teams do not have the kind of spacing that they create. They create a lot of problems. They're really...
Kowalski, left hand. Backs out. Pass across the middle. Shot! Off the post! And it'll stay with Smithtown. Carmelo Pace, a name...
Carmelo Pace is an outstanding player. He's a big scorer for them.
Liam Byrne comes around the left side. Shot and a goal! Liam Byrne with the first.
Goal, Smithtown, number 2, Liam Byrne.
We'll take a quick look at the replay here. Byrne with the left.
Somebody left a little early from inside, and Byrne just took a shot. He also had a player open in front of him, but
I was a little surprised. Pace had that open look, but he backed it out. Cottage, another face-off win, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
John Savino will bring it up, left side. Schultz calling out the play now. You hear Carolina coming off. And Smithtown will reset. Eric Kowalski, John Savino, Dylan Frank. Shot, save. Good save by Miller Place goalie. That is Chris LaRoe. I want to say it for LaRoe, yes. He's a junior. And Smithtown West, a flag comes out and a penalty flag comes out as well.
It was a first extra man play of the game.
So Miller Place will be on the man up. See if they can execute. Smithtown is a physical team, and so is Miller Place. That's why, today is going to be I would say a low-scoring game. Jackson Thompson around the horn. First man up of the day goes to the away team. Quick ball movement by Miller Place. Across the middle, ball's on the floor. Let's see, Golding has the short stick now, and we said that in the intro. He'll drop that long stick and bring the short stick right in.
Ground balls is the name of the game. Whoever comes up with ground balls, that's a statistic that usually associates itself with winning. First ground ball of the day really goes to Miller Place on this extra man play.
Gotta move quick. Ball movement has been good for the Mustangs. Behind the goal. Let's see if they can get a shot off before the penalty's over. Ethan Monaco off the right hand. Shot, save! Dylan Bonacera, who was the goalie for the last 2 years on the Smithtown West squad.
Correct.
So the ball will go back to Smithtown. Let's see if they can clear. Bonacera is very good on his feet, and he's coming out with the ball all the way across midfield almost, and the whistle is blown. Ball will go to Miller Place. Can you explain there what happened, Nick?
What happened, I think, is that somebody pushed off, so that it was non-possession, and they gave it to Miller Place. push-off must have been from Smithtown.
Braden Murphy with the ball. Thank you for that, Nick. We'll get into your history. I'm sure it's been brought up on the broadcast, but first time we're working together.
Right.
Game very, very well. Braden Murphy. Double team comes, gets out of it, and high. You know what? I gotta give him credit there. He gets out of a good double team, and just.
They still hold on to the ball though.
Miller Place will maintain possession. Rolls the ball. Back in the hands of Ethan Monaco. Monaco dodges one, and second comes. Up top. Jesse Mott back to Monaco. Mott pulls out a play and wants to take his defender. He will. Left side. Miller Place cannot just find the lanes here, Nick. And now the ball's turned over. Ground ball by Smithtown. That's Carmelo Pace. He moves it up. And let's see if they'll move quick. They do. Fake shot across the middle. Ground ball picked up by Miller Place. That's number 14, Logan LaMountain. Good ground ball there by Miller Place. Miller Place moves quick. Left. Pass. Shot. And a goal! Jackson Thompson.
Nice goal.
Goal number 8, Jackson.
Let's take a look at this. There's a pass right across the way. Finds an open man down low. Goalie came out maybe a little too quick.
Jackson Thompson, the attackman, he's a junior. His team's very young. They only have 3 seniors. So a very young team for Miller Place. They have 4 freshmen and an 8th grader.
Yep.
Smithtown West, 3 for 3 for faceoffs for Cottage, but 1-1 is the score halfway through the first. The press is on for Miller Place, but the speed of Smithtown will get it across midfield. That's John Savino. Fakes the pass, left side of the field.
Good spacing by Smithtown West.
Pass on X. Behind the goal is Liam Byrne. He has a goal in the day. Pass across the middle. Shot! Wow.
Smithtown West maintains possession. Good job. They're taking their time. They're going to get a good shot.
Number 13, Patrick Highland, in his left hand. He makes a move, passes out, will set up top. Savino around the horn. Byrne. Pick coming. Byrne goes left, spins, passes out. Eric Kowalski, double comes. Byrne.
Good
Around shot, save. Behind the net. Kind of confused me there. I thought it went in. Long clearing attempt. Picked up ground ball out of bounds. Back to Smithtown. That reminds me, in hockey when they try to do that long clearing attempt. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It'll be Smithtown again. Smithtown is winning the possession game right now, but only 1 goal to show for it.
I'll tell you, Miller Place well coached defensively.
For a young team, it's hard to be disciplined on defense. So far, only 1 goal in 8 minutes. Kowalski, the junior. Left hand has an angle, save for Miller Place. Good job by Chris LaRoe. Up top.
Great saves.
LaRoe has about 3 saves so far, but Smithtown can't find the back of the net. Dylan Frank. Liam Byrne trying to add to his tally here. About 4 minutes to play in the first. Makes a spin. Another spin. Comes around, and a goal!
Great
Make
job.
it 2 for Byrne.
Great job. Went to his left hand, took the shot.
Number 2, Liam Byrne.
Very
Take a
good,
look.
very good attack player. Let's watch what happens here. He's righty. You think he's a righty?
Come visit
Comes
us at the
here.
Snack Shack.
When you can go with both hands, you're going to be a heck of an attackman. So that makes the score 2-1. Smithtown West. We go back to the face-off. Let's see who takes this one.
He's still got another year on this Smithtown West squad.
Yep. The middle schools that feed Smithtown West have 2 great coaches there, and they do a great job. So there are kids who can come up in 8th grade right now who probably are better off staying down at the middle school. But there's a lot of talent through the town. Our town, Smithtown Lacrosse, youth lacrosse does a great job preparing people. The Miller Place, I'm very impressed with them defensively. Just their patience. They don't overplay people out front. They're making Smithtown West work for every shot they get.
Smithtown West 4 for 4 and a save by LaRoe, and that's number 4. You know, like you said, Nick, they're very patient, but they need to switch that possession game and they need to take over on offense. Smithtown West has some really good defense too. Braden Murphy gets double teamed, almost out of bounds, gives it up. Long pass down the field. And let's see if Miller Place can catch. One there. Being passed. Escapes it. Jackson Thompson. Now Miller Place on offense. Smithtown West. It's hard to even breathe with their defense. Ethan Monaco around the horn.
Ben Rappa, real good defenseman. Long pole defenseman out there.
Rappa's another returning player.
Well, Rappa did not play last year. They played. He was an outstanding basketball player on our league championship team, and he's back. But he had played previously and came back out. The Rappa brothers, both Ben and Lorenzo, are back out playing lacrosse.
Good defense by Miller Place, and almost rolled in by Smithtown. I'm sorry.
Here comes a fast break. Here we go.
The fast break.
Great job, number 2.
Come across. Right side, lefty shot, and a goal! That's number 13. Patrick Highland.
Great job. If we can see that again, watch how Smithtown West sets up. Okay, they're setting up. Number 2 is really an outlet, but they choose not to cover the wingman, and we get a shot from over there. So, a great shot. Makes the score 3-1, I believe. Yep.
2:06 left in the first, 3-1. And you called it. The fast break came, and Smithtown knows how to run the fast break to execution. And, you know, it does start in the face-off circle. Nico Cottage, 4 for 4 in the face-off circle, make it 5 for 5. And you said he didn't lose one. He almost gives it up there. Can he get the ground ball on the floor? Picked up by Miller Place. And, you know, it does start off in the face-off circle. This is the only one they've had trouble with. Miller Place, let's see if they can answer. Passes to number 3 for Miller Place. He moves it around. That's Dylan Lagala, and he's only a freshman starting on a Miller Place team where if you said a freshman was starting a couple of years ago, they'd call you crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Now you have 8th graders who are good enough to step up and play. You see it all over the place, particularly with the smaller schools. Ground balls are so critical.
Smithtown West on another fast break, forces another turnover, across the middle, shot, save. Oh, almost rolls in. Smithtown gets it back. Behind the goal. Set up a play now. Even strength here. Under a minute to play. Let's see if Smithtown can grow in their lead. They have a 2-goal lead in the first. 5 saves for LaRoe, though. Very impressive. I think Coach would take 5 for 8 in the first.
Joe Fitzsimmons in the game. Joe's a young kid playing. He's a sophomore.
Pick coming for Byrne. Trying to get the hat trick in the first quarter. Shot. And blocked. Was it blocked? I think it was. Miller Place brings it up. Double team coming. We're under 10 seconds. Turnover forced by Smithtown. They got 6 seconds to see what they could do. No, and a whistle, and the time. They have 6 seconds, so it'll have to be a long shot here unless they can move it quick. You know, Lacrosse, Nick, as you know, coached it for many years. What do you need? Maybe 1 second?
You need 1 second, yeah. You might just shoot it at the goal. The goalie might not be alive. Not many shots taken at you from 40, 50 yards. I think they're just going to take a shot at the goal. What do we have? 6 seconds.
6. Probably get a
6, you might get 1 pass. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you got a couple players who could.
Sideline to sideline passes
I think
is long. It takes a little bit of time.
It's number 14. Joseph Fitzsimmons, the sophomore, going to inbound. Nine seconds. Well, now we have a little different situation here. Yeah, 9 seconds.
9
Inbound to Byrne. Byrne
He's
left side. Down to 5. Ball's on the floor. Byrne has it back. Shot! Wide, and that'll be the end of the quarter.
And at the end of the first quarter,
there's 1 second. They're putting 1 second on the clock here. Yeah,
it's going to be tough from behind there.
Gonna have to be about a 50-yard shot. That's the end of the quarter. 3-1. Smithtown West over Miller Place. We'll be back for the second here on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Incredible pass. Look at Johnson on the other end. And then a goal back for Farmingdale.
Double comes every time Spallina beats it.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spallina to Spallina.
You have Leonetti behind her. Batika fires and a save by Bowden. Her 4th already.
4th in 7 minutes. And another one!
Oh my, what instincts! And her
Minning score!
Gives it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores!
Back here for the second quarter of play here at Smithtown West.
Doesn't matter, whatever one you want. Yep.
Alongside Nick Schroeder, Chris Cayozo, and 6 for 6, Nick, in the face-off circle.
6 for 6.
Pretty good. 5 face-offs in the first, 1 in the second.
Such a weapon. A lot of people say, well, the face-off man they want to eliminate the face-off man. I think there are some rules that you could add to the game that would help it. For instance, I think I think down the road you're going to see the face-off men have to stay in there until a shot is taken or until they give up the ball.
Yeah, we'll see if those rules change.
Some of the things that they're talking
that's why they
about.
call it a FOGO, face-off, get-off.
Yeah, that's correct. We had a kid at Smithtown East, Sari, played for us. He played
shot and a goal! Sorry to interrupt you there, Nick. John Savino with the goal. 4-1 Smithtown. Savino gets on the board with his first.
Smithtown. Number 3, John Savino, assisted by number 7, Carmelo Pace.
Let's take a look, Nick. Savino.
Gets a good look. Somebody, number 14, knows he let him get by, so he stepped right in there and just took an uncontested shot.
As we have Cottage, we're just told by our PA announcer that John Savino won the Rob Pennell Award.
And that's right, and that's given away every single year. Rob Pennell, as you well know, had a great career at Cornell. Probably one of the better professional lacrosse players to ever play the game. And his brother, by the way, is one of the coaches for Smithtown West.
If you're in the lacrosse
but Savino won that award.
Miller Place going to move it up, down 4-1. See what they can do here.
Really impressed with the spacing of both teams offensively. Good spacing. Eliminates double teams on people.
Miller Place drawing up a play. Let's see if they could score another one. They scored one, a shot and a save. Bonacera.
Bonacera, great save.
Did a game, I think it was last year. He had over 20 saves. Very impressive. He's at 2 today.
Well, we're very lucky in Smithtown. Smithtown East has one of the better goalies, and so does West. So the game between the two of them was really a show of two goalies really playing tremendously.
Smithtown West. Smithtown's always been a staple in the lacrosse community in Suffolk County. Ward Melville, West Islip, Sachem for a short period. But it was always Smithtown, Ward Melville, West Islip at the top, right, Nick?
And Northport. Northport's a very good team. Yep.
Savino, right side, shot, blocked by the defenseman. Good ground ball there. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Miller Place. 4-1 the score. About 3 minutes in. Up top, that's Quinn Doyne, the first time we're calling his name. It's like almost backing down in basketball.
Yeah.
He's pushed his way in. Braden Murphy across the way to Jackson Thompson. Thompson tries to get in there. Can't get an angle. Shoots. Almost in the crease there.
I thought he was in the crease.
It's number 18, Doyne. Passes out. First time we're calling the freshman Legal's name out. I'm sorry, the first time he touched the ball. Right side, shot, and blocked by Smithtown. Let's see who can get to it on the floor. The ground ball, players hit the floor. We have a whistle, it'll stay with Miller Place.
Ground balls are critical. You come up with the ground balls, that's one statistic that is going to lead. The team that usually wins the ground ball war wins the game.
Right now it's Smithtown. Miller Place only trails by 3. This game is far from over. We're in the second. 4.5 gone off the clock. Spins, right, left, shot, save Bonacera, it's number 3. Cleared by Smithtown. And we just talked about the ground ball game. Smithtown has controlled that so far, and the face-off circle. So if you can control the face-off circle, you can control the ground balls, you'll do a great job. And the out.
Correct. Those are the two.
Good. And a goal! And Smithtown puts 5 up. It's number 21.
Eric Kowalski.
Kowalski, his first. Let's see
Oh,
Nick here.
Smithtown, number 21, Eric Kowalski.
Through the 5-hole there, Nick.
Great job. Great shot.
That's 3
But ground balls and face-offs. Here we go. 2 critical areas in the game of lacrosse. Yet that's not what a lot of people teach first. And I think the biggest, to me, when I was coaching, ground balls were the number one thing that I taught. I didn't care if you dropped it, if you could pick it up and keep possession. Here he goes again, winning the face-off. Cottage is 7 for 7 right now.
7 for 7. Simply incredible. 3 different goal scorers for Smithtown, Nick. Also something to talk about. That's pretty good. You want to get the more goal scorers, the more people you have trust in and confidence in as a coach, especially a new coach.
Absolutely. And he was here as an assistant and did a great job. They made the playoffs. They got to the semifinals when he was an assistant, and he really was very active in having that team. He stepped away from it and then came back this year as the head coach. So Jason Lambert, our athletic director, did a great job hiring him, and he surrounded him with some very good people.
Across the middle, save. That's number 6.
Got to come up with that.
Good save by LaRoe. Miller Place. Let's see if they can clear. They've had trouble clearing all evening so far. Miller Place across the 30 now. We'll go back to Smithtown. It will.
Joshua Hoffman had him at Great Hollow. Good football player, really good lacrosse player.
A lot of these kids, multi-sport athletes.
Yeah.
So you hit the college game, then you got to choose. What do? Football, lacrosse? I'd say most go with lacrosse.
Oh.
It's hard to get a football scholarship for sure. Up top, switches, gets through the hole, trips, ball's on the floor. Let's see. Ground ball and a whistle. The flag on the field. I think Smithtown will be on the man up.
Who's coming out? What was the call? It's the first extra man play for Smithtown West. Carmelo Pace in the middle of it. And Byrne from behind.
And then this is a man up. First man up for Smithtown.
There goes the first cut.
Quick. The ball moves quick. Right across. Oh, almost like a little layup there. Alley-oop in basketball. Just like a Chris Kreider on the Rangers with the little tip-in.
Got to double it there.
Timeout, Miller Place. Our first timeout. We'll go to commercial here. 4:45 left in the first half. 5-1, the home team Smithtown over Miller Place. Here on the Orlin Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Will Bernie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
Eaton goes, she shoots. High! No! A goal! Eaton is eating!
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
Every time Spalina beats him.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores.
Hannaford. Minning. Score!
Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores! There's the game winner!
Is it? We're back. 4:44 left in the first half. Good game between the Bulls and the Mustangs here. Nick Schroeder, my color partner here. Chris Caiozo.
They should double that right there.
Miller
Can't let him
Price
out.
Gets the ball. It seems like the man up isn't over yet. And the double comes.
There we go. They've
and
got
you
to
called
move it now.
Good call, Nick. And they'll move. Another fast break. Byrne. Moves it. Slows it down now. They were on the fast break. They wanted to slow it up. Draw a play. Man up is over. Killing some clock here. You know, you got a comfortable lead in the first half. Why not? No shot clock
Eric
yet
Kowalski.
in the high school game. John
There it
Savino, right side, double come shot over the net. It will stay with Smithtown. Byrne trying to get his third goal of the game. Very impressive. You can get a hat trick in the first half. Loses the ball. Miller Place on the rush. Let's see if they could execute here. Been off the board a while. Legala behind the net. Wow, nice move.
Really impressed with some of the stick handling of the defensive players for Miller Place. Did a great job, cleared that ball literally by himself and then got it to the attack end.
It's a hard thing to do, clearing the ball in lacrosse.
One of the things you can't do is stop and throw the pass. You have to do a lot of that passing on the run.
Double comes, ball's out of that stick, picked up by Smithtown. So it seems like whenever Miller Place gets the ball, the double comes. Smithtown does a great job of doubling on defense. Little fast
push.
break here coming. Miller Place gets back. We're down to 2:44 left in the first half. Nice crisp night, Nick. Not yesterday's weather, but about 55.
You know what I like about Smithtown West is that they really share the ball. There's nobody trying to go like with a wild attack to the cage.
But they come left hand behind the goal.
Very patient.
Shot and a goal.
Great
there
job.
he is.
Great.
Patrick Island, fourth goal scorer in the first half with a goal, 6-1.
Smithtown, number 13. Patrick Island.
Let's take a look, Nick, at this replay.
Here he comes. Good look, good patience. Before that even came, they moved the ball very well. They create seams that people can cut down into, and they did a great job.
Thought that was a great move there. Good cut in the middle by Highland. And like I mentioned, Nick, fourth different goal scorer in the first half.
That's right.
Very impressive.
You know what that says? That says they're sharing the ball. They're teaching the right things. They have the right attitude about playing this game. There's no heroes, just everyone together.
And usually that results in championships when you can play a team game like that. Long shot. I don't know if that's considered a save. I think it went. Did it go off the goalie stick?
No.
No. So shot wide by Smithtown. Good attempt. You're up 5. 2 minutes left in the half. Want to have a little fun?
Get some spacing. Great spacing. Great spacing.
Joe Fitzsimmons. sophomore in the game. Smithtown just looks to continue to grow. Miller Place been scoreless for about 16 minutes.
Oh, it's a walk-in.
The defenseman's head came off the stick. Miller Place picks it up. They're lucky there. They're almost a
Very
man down.
lucky. Just
We're clear. It's our spotlight player today, Cam Golden. We haven't called his name much. And another timeout, Miller Place. That's the second. I think you get 2.5, correct?
you get 2.5, yeah.
2.5. We'll cut to break. 1:10 left in the first half. Here on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Back here at Smithtown West High School alongside Nick Schroeder, Chris Cayozzo on today's call on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week.
Miller Place had possession of the ball, so they have it right here.
Minute left.
I like Smithtown West's team concepts on defense. A lot of it is really like basketball being played.
As the lane shot and a goal. There's number 2. 44 on 44 there. Beat was Lorenzo Rappa, but the goal scorer was Braden Murphy. Let's see it here, Nick.
Oh, Panthers, number 44, Braden Murphy.
Got beat right out front. It was just a sheer one-on-one move, and he came down and took it himself.
And I want to correct myself. It's not the Mustangs. Mount Sinai is the Mustangs. Miller Place is the Panthers.
Correct.
Yeah, so I want to apologize. You know, what are they, a town over? So I messed that up. I do apologize. The Panthers from Miller Place, they're up 6-2. I mean, down 6-2. I'm sorry. But I think it's a good, if they could hold Smithtown in the last 45 seconds, it's a positive going into the half.
Here we go. There's
8 for 8.
8 for 8. 8 for 8. That's 8 offensive possessions more than Miller Place.
So they should really be beating them by more, but Miller Place holding their own, like you mentioned, Nick.
Yeah.
Up top. Long shot. Wow. Stays with Smithtown. 26 and counting. 28 on the actual score clock. Sorry.
It was Kowalski. Kowalski's got a nice shot, but I think they could have moved it a little better. You got to move the ball.
Let's see how
Get better spacing. Better spacing. There we go. They space out. Now it becomes a one-on-one game.
Kowalski again. Right hand. Around. Behind on X. Shot. Wide. We're down to 4 seconds.
You give it to Blue.
They're going to give it to Blue. They get probably a long pass and a shot here, Nick. Let's see how they execute. 3. 2, and they're just going to hold for a long shot and over the net. So we reach halftime here at Smithtown. Home team leads 6-2 over the Miller Place Panthers. And we'll be back for our halftime recap and the second half here on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Productions.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Will Bernie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
Eaton goes, she shoots. High, no, a goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside, high save again. 15 saves.
Every time Spalina beats him.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gets it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores.
Hannaford, Minning, score!
Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores! There's the game winner!
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
And it looks like they're going to push it. Oh, that is a beautiful goal. Great take and finish by Meg Kenny. Possession for Wonka. Oh, that is a beautiful feed and goal. It takes more than one player to guard. Now that is beautiful. That is an insane goal by Tess Calabria. Madison Alimo's really showcasing that she can do it all. And she's going to go for another goal. Tess Calabria taking it all the way. And she's going to have a goal. That's the player you want on the hash. And that's a great save. She really is. I'm not surprised whatsoever. That is a beautiful goal by Madison Alimo.
What is this gentleman's name? Mark.
3 minutes left till the second half. Alongside Nick Schroeder, Chris Caiozzo on today's call. Thanks for tuning in today on a Wednesday evening here. Beautiful night. Smithtown leads 6-2.
Sounds very clichéic, but 8 for 8 on faceoffs, controlling ground balls for the most part, and sharing the ball on offense has been the difference. Miller Place is not a bad team. Smithtown West just is the spacing that they have creates everybody with the opportunity to score, and they've done a real good job with that. But the bottom line, as we've said before, that I've talked about all night, is that this game is about ground balls and face-offs. And if you can win those two categories, you're usually going to score a lot more goals than you would have if you didn't have those two categories to your favor.
You're right, Nick. I mean, we talked about this off air. Smithtown West, it's coming off a year they didn't even make the playoffs. So, for a team that it's hard. You come off an off-season coaching change. You want to bounce back, and they're going to compete for a league title.
Oh, there's no question. This coaching staff that's been put together here is really outstanding. I mean, Matt Schultz was a great player here, and I think that has a lot to do with it. The fact that he and Pinnell and the other coaches on the staff are Smithtown people, and the kids buy into that. We've had kids come out for the team this year that did not even want to play last year. So they've created that enthusiasm, that unselfishness, that family atmosphere, and I think they're doing a great job. But Miller Place is not a bad team. It's going to be very difficult because of the depth and the specialization of player positions for Smithtown West. They can come in and show different looks defensively. They could come in with a man-down team that was very good. You saw they stopped them from scoring. It's amazing. You say, like, they didn't make the playoffs last year. Well, there was a reason for that.
So, Miller Place, and I want to correct the statement we said before. The Spallina brothers were on Mount Sinai. I not only confused the mascot, I confused the old team members, so I do apologize there. Mount Sinai, another great program, but the correct info we gave was that the Spallina brothers did graduate from Mount Sinai. But Miller Place, they're always in there, in the mix.
They're always in the mix in a lot of sports. They have very good football program. They have some outstanding wrestlers over there. Miller Place is a good school, up and coming. They're going to do nothing but grow out there. And, it's very difficult to come and play a Smithtown West that has almost 30-plus players and come in here with maybe 20, 22.
Smithtown West, always, like you said, Nick, a deep team.
Oh, he lost one.
Yeah, that's his first loss.
That's 8-1. 8-1, Chris.
8-1, I would say that's pretty good. Still pretty good. Turnover, Smithtown. They'll slow it down. Time of possession really in favor of Smithtown. Only up 4 goals. Pretty, in lacrosse, if you have a 3-goal lead, it's a pretty good lead because then you can hold the ball. No shot clock in the high school game.
Well, that's going to be here next year, though. They're going to have it in the high school game. I don't know where they're going to place it on the field, but it'll make a major difference. Teams will not be able to hold the ball and take the air out of the ball, so to speak.
I think it's a good rule to add, especially like a stalling in college, they call it. Shot high.
That was a very good shot. He was going for that upper corner, just missed it. Eric Kowalski.
There he goes, left hand. He's quick. One of the quicker guys on this team. Off the ground
what a
and
nice
in.
Shot. Nice bounce shot.
That's Kowalski's second.
Goal, Smithtown.
Kowalski 2 and Byrne 2. And let's take a look, Nick.
All right, let's take a look at this right here. More people should take bounce shots. Think about it. You're a goalie. That's two things you have to do. You have to go down and then back up. And it's very difficult for a goalie to constantly do that. Bounce shots should be worked on even more. That was a great shot.
It's very hard to do that bounce shot because you don't know where it's going to go, but Kowalski did it to perfection there. Here's John Savino looking for his second. Spins. Shot. And
he got.
Did that go in? No.
No.
I consider that a save for Leroux. Passes. And that's out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Number 7, Carmelo Pace. He's a real hustler, a real good player. That was a great play.
Haven't called his name much, but he is one of the, I guess, X factors on this team. 7-2. Smithtown West leads.
Well, I guess they didn't get it.
It'll stay with Miller Place.
An extra man situation here.
The Miller Place on the man up. See if they can execute. They could still make this a game, Nick. I wouldn't say it's over. Smithtown West definitely has momentum all game. Shot and a goal! That's a goal for Miller Place, number 11, Cam Meadows, and he's a freshman. Let's take a look on the nice passing to Meadows here.
Goal number 11, Cam Meadows.
Meadows, one of
a little
young in his career here on the varsity squad, but hey, that's a kind of after the game, win or lose, you say, hey, I scored a goal versus one of the best teams in Suffolk County. Good job by Meadows there. Carmelo Pace going to John Hopkins next year. He's a senior. And Nico Cottage, senior, going to Towson. Ground ball picked up by Miller Place. Let's see if they can nick.
Yeah, let's say they have
switch
no
the
quit
momentum.
in them, that's for sure. It's those kind of things, though. But they still give it to him. Thought he threw it out of bounds, but.
Two and a half minutes into the third. Getting a little cold here. Sun's going down soon. I mean, if they can score another goal or two unanswered, we have a game. Time of possession, big in the lacrosse game, especially without the clock. Drives up, right side, bumps. Dodges a defender. Picked up and Pace will bring it across midfield down to the 20.
He looks like a
Shot!
Johns Hopkins player.
He does, right?
Yeah, Pace looks like a Johns Hopkins kind of guy.
It's an awesome play by Pace to force the ground ball, pick it up. Burns still looking for that hat trick. He had 2 in the first half. I want to break out my famous lacrosse call here if he could score.
Move the ball, move the ball.
Shot, save, Leroux, his 7th. Oh, behind the back.
Patrick Highland.
Oh, Smithtown, number 13, Patrick Highland.
Highland, I think that's his 3rd. Wow, behind
Great
the back.
shot.
Got a little too excited there, sorry about that. But Wasn't expecting that one. I think Highland, that's his second.
It's third.
No, that is the hat trick. I was right the first time. That's his third. So Highland with the hattie. 8-3, and just when we thought Miller Place had a little momentum, Smithtown shut it right down with Highland.
Tommy Highland's going to
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Shot and a goal. And now it's all Smithtown West. John Savino with his second. Celebrates with number 12,
number 3,
Cottage.
John Savino.
Really balanced scoring.
Let's take a look here. Savino his second. Nick, let's see what happened on this play.
Yep. Just beat his man. Nobody slid. Took the shot.
Like you said, an even. It's even tempered the amount of goal scorers they have. 9-3. We're all 4 minutes into the third. Cottage has only lost one face-off. That makes him 10-1, right?
Yep.
And it was 7-3.
I like Kowalski. He's a good player. He comes up with ground balls. He gives the ball up to people. He's a good player. You could tell. You could tell that they don't care. They are unselfish.
Here comes Savino. He wants a hat trick too. Shot. Wide. Out of bounds. Stays with Smithtown. About halfway through the third. Nick Schroeder, Chris Caiozzo on the call. Smithtown just looking to put up a lot of goals here. Up top, shot! Saved by LaRoe. Hit the stick, went behind the goal.
You know what's great is they don't go to one player. They're moving the ball. The shot will get taken when they really have a good look. Sometimes in lacrosse, people keep the ball in their stick too long. Not this team.
And the first time out of the second half awarded to Miller Place. They trail by 6. 5 minutes into the second half. We'll cut to break here. Come back. Some good action coming up for the rest of the game on the Orlin Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Incredible pass. Look at Johnson on the other end. And then a goal back for Farmingdale.
Double comes every time Spallina beats it.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spallina to Spallina.
You have Leonetti behind her. Batika fires and a save by Bowden. Her fourth already.
Fourth in 7 minutes. And another one!
Oh my, what instincts! And then her
Minning.
Okay, we're back.
Back here. Miller Place with the ball, and let's, young team, we talked about them in the beginning.
I could see Miller Place actually being a playoff team. I think they have a lot of young players, but there's enough there that when they play the rest of their schedule, I think they'll be pretty good.
row.
Play the ball.
Let's see if Miller Place could climb back a little, because 12 minutes is a lot of game in the lacrosse, on the lacrosse field. I can see Miller Place making some noise too the next couple of years. These young kids come up. 2 seniors, that's low. So
Miller Place is playing a zone right now. Slow down people going man to man and going to the cage.
See if that worked for them. They called the timeout pretty early in the second half.
Now they send somebody up, but they're in a zone behind it. Notice the slides. Okay, he gives it up. He goes back down. They're playing zone. That'll slow Smithtown down a little bit, but as long as they're patient.
See a shot and a goal! Liam Byrne. Byrne, baby Byrne for Liam Byrne.
Goal, Smithtown, number 2, Liam Byrne. Assisted by number 14.
Let's take a look at this one for the hat trick. 2 hat tricks today for Smithtown West. The wind getting taken out.
What do we got? We have a 9-1 situation here in the face-off. That's 10. 11-1.
He actually stayed on that time, Nico Cottage. 4:58 left. Miller Place just trying to make some run here. Oh, wow! They're going to take him off? Taking him off here for a penalty. They're going to charge in the basketball game? Can you do that?
I don't know.
Helmet to helmet?
Probably that's what it was.
It's coming off.
It's too bad we can't. Patrick Highland, a good player for Smithtown West, has a brother, Tommy, who will be going to Indianapolis, and he's hurt right now, and he's another threat down the road. So, you know, Smithtown West does have a couple of injuries, but
it's good to know. Injuries happen every sport. Let's see if Smithtown could add to the lead. 2 hat tricks by Highland and Byrne lead the way so far.
they're playing a zone. They're in a zone situation. Thing that happens when you're against a zone is that you run your
Kowalski and a goal.
Yeah, you run your extra man offense.
Smithtown, number 21, Eric Kowalski.
Came from up top.
Assisted by number 7, Carmelo Pace.
Up top, nice bounce shot. And Kowalski's the king of that bounce shot today.
Now, did they have a guy in the box?
They did.
They did. Okay, so it was a man down defense.
So
But they've been playing, even though when they're even up, they have been playing a zone as well.
Cottage will stay on here, even though Smithtown is up 8 goals. There is win number 11. 11-1, correct?
Yep.
Byrne looking to outduel his teammate Highland for the goal leader today. Carolina must be a play for Smithtown because they keep calling it. Peter Bonifant. So, coach for Smithtown getting in different guys.
Yeah, they have a lot of young kids that have to get some playing time in a game like this. That's critical.
Shot, Bonifant. That's Peter Bonifant, Jr. So Bonifant getting his first action of the day. There's number 20, Joshua Hoffman, another midfielder.
Joshua Hoffman is going to be a great one.
Bonifant swings, save. So Bonifant, 2 shots comes in the game. That's pretty good. You want to get your confidence up. Nice clear. Down the field and out of bounds. And I think that goes to Smithtown, right?
Yes, it does.
3 minutes left in third. Different players getting in now. Bonacera still in. Number 24. Ben Rappa. Haven't called his name much.
Ben's one of those basketball kids that came back. And Lorenzo, his brother, as well.
Number 3. Savino's out of the game now.
Frank Dylan.
Kamal Pace out of the game now. And a shot and a save. Goes down hard. I think it's going to be a call here. Cross check. 1 minute penalty, so 1 minute of the man up for Smithtown. Let's take a look here. Nick, what happens here?
It's a cross check. He's got that check. You could check. You could slap check. You could do everything, but you can't put your cross. He actually pushed with the cross and knocked him down.
Dylan Frank, a senior, 1 of 2. Man up for 1 minute with 2:06 and counting.
Oh, there was good look.
Shot blocked.
Good job.
Ground ball. Let's see if they can escape it here. They cannot. Turnover. Oh, ball's loose. Ground ball. Smithtown. Let's see. No, hot potato here, Nick. No one can get it. Good lane. Shot. Wow. Wide and high. We're down to 1:32 left in the third. So now, up 8 in the third, you can get some of your reserves in, which is nice. So we're at 1:34. Smithtown up 8. Nice spot. Nice spot to pass that. Just couldn't catch it. That was Savino back in the game. Miller Place trying to just do something here. Good momentum.
Those.
It's good to slow it down. But as soon as they cross the 50, pressure comes. Great defense by Smithtown. Going back to the blue and white. Quick. Going for the goal. Shot. Oh, we couldn't get it off.
Save.
And another
nice
save. He's over 10 saves now. Another turnover across the middle and a goal! Number
13, Patrick Highland.
Smithtown, number 13, Patrick Highland, assisted by number 2, Liam
Highland's
Byrne.
4th. Let's take a look, Nick.
4th.
Off the turnover.
Off the turnover right there. Nice shot.
Highland, incredible player. We talked about his brother going to Indianapolis. He'll be going somewhere good with those skills. We're down to under a minute, 44 seconds, 12-3.
12-3, and Cottage continues to face off.
11-1.
11-1. He was 12-0 against Smithtown East earlier in the year.
11 out of 12. 92% in the face-off circle. Oh, push there. Gonna go to Miller Place.
Lorenzo Rapp is in the game, number 44. Oh, you've got a yep.
Shot and a goal. And, you know, it's a good answer there by Miller Place. That's number 18, Quinn Doyne, the junior.
There's no quit in this Miller Place team. They're still playing lacrosse. They maybe don't have the experience, but they are really going to be, I'm telling you that they are a playoff team in this division.
They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be a good team for the future. Have good senior class next year.
And Braden Stahl was in the game. Just that name, those of you who follow football know that he was one of the better quarterbacks in Suffolk County this year. Threw for well over 1,000 yards and was really one of the reasons that Smithtown West was a playoff team. But it's nice to see that he's out here playing lacrosse with his teammates.
At the end of 3, 12-4. We'll cut to a quick break with the Bulls of Smithtown West 12, the Miller Place Panthers 4. We'll be back. Orlin Cohen Game of the Week brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Welcome back to Smithtown High School. Smithtown East. I mean, we're at Smithtown West, but next week, T&D Sports Video Production presents the Orlin Cohen Orthopedic Group Game of the Week, April 18th at Smithtown East High School, not too far away. 5:30 p.m. First face-off. Northport plays Smithtown. A battle of two very good, Nick, lacrosse schools.
This was the county championship last year with Northport winning a game where both teams played zones the whole game. The score at halftime was 1-0, okay? And at the end of the game it was 3-2, Northport winning the game. So it was an interesting matchup. I hope they don't have that kind of scoring this time. I think Smithtown East is as strong as they've been. They lost to Smithtown West. That's one of their losses. And the Northport Tigers are right up there again. They're perennially one of the better teams in Suffolk County. So that's a great game, and I'll be there for that one next week.
That's next Thursday, 5:30 p.m., right across the pond at Smithtown East. And Smithtown East 3-1, 3-3 overall. And Northport 4-1, 4-1. And a surprise, Half Hollow Hills 5-0 on the top of Division 1. Is that because it's an early start, or they're a legit team, Nick?
No, they're a legit team. They've got some great athletes. They were also a very good football team, and all of those kids are playing lacrosse. Now, also, Half Hollow Hills doesn't have Half Hollow Hills East and West anymore. They're playing as one unified school. Oh. So it makes a big difference.
You get different pool of kids, right?
Yes.
So Smithtown West leads 12-4. See if they'll stick with their starters the whole quarter. Up 8 goals. We saw some reserves come in. Ball hits the floor. Highland picks it up.
Go to one. Dave, I think you might have to put the ND on. Is that what the problem is? Because it's all blown out. Oh, nice shot. Tight, Christian, you got to go tight.
And a goal for Smithtown. I'm sorry there.
John Savino.
Savino, his third. So another hat trick. So it's the third hat trick for Smithtown West. We'll take a look at the replay here.
I didn't hear you. What did you say, Dave?
Very good shot. And
Nobody went out there to give him any pressure.
That's not making it up. Go to one. Looks better now.
Savino, the third goal to get the hat trick. 13-4, so a 9-goal lead. The biggest lead, it was 8. Now it's 9. So we're under, not even a minute in, and they scored. That was actually the fastest goal scored so far in the game. So 53 seconds into the quarter. Smithtown and Cottage is 13-1, and a shot at the goal.
I think that's
Nico Cottage, and now I'm sure he loves doing that, going off the face-off. Forget the go. It's faux goal. What a move there, right, Nick?
He is a very good athlete. He could probably play out there, but he's such a good face-off man that they get him off the field, and I'm sure he's real happy about that. He's a great kid, by the way.
14-4. Nico Cottage gets on the goal sheet. Talk about another face-off win. 13-1 on the day. Quick passing shot. Save. Good save. He didn't know where the ball went. Smithtown.
Yeah.
Some newcomers come on.
Peter Bonafonte.
Yeah, Andrew Gelfand, sorry. He's a junior. Wow.
Whoa.
And it's hard because, you usually don't play a lot of minutes. The communication with your teammates. Oh, hard hit. And there's going to... And he still holds on, and the whistle's blown now. It's a bad, play. You're up 10. Coach is not happy with that one.
A wrap check doesn't mean that you just hold on to people. A wrap check, that's a little too much. That second shot is what got him.
Something up in the chin area. And, Coach said, that's not necessary. You heard it through the mic on the field. It's not necessary. You're up 10. Just let them go. Now they're going to be up 1 man. Nice pass, but the ball is loose.
1 man. If you stall.
Stay with Miller Place. 14-4. 2 minutes into the last quarter, fourth quarter. Quick ball movement here. It was looking pretty good after the first, and then it was all Smithtown. But Miller Place, like you said, and we can't say it enough, a young, hungry team that's going to be good for the next few years, and it'll go to Smithtown. Good hustle by Bonacera.
I'll tell you one thing about Miller Place. There's no quit in them. You would never know the score was 14-4 the way they're playing. I mean, they're playing hard the whole way.
Defensively, they definitely need some improvement, but I think offensively they were on today. Good move there by Dylan.
That's a
Frank.
cross check.
Missed call there.
Lorenzo.
backups in for Smithtown. Got to give a lot of credit to Miller Place's goalie. He faced, say, over 25 shots so far. No angle there, double comes, and a turnover for Smithtown. Clock not running yet. 8:43 left in the game. Get this ground ball, it'll be Smithtown. Too clear. It's number 24, Ben Rappa.
That'll be
It's
extra.
getting a little sloppy here. Tough hit there. Let's take a look. Number 8. Ball's on the ground. Tries to get it out. I don't know if it was accidental. That was Jackson Thompson.
Andrew Gelfand.
And we'll have a timeout. Smithtown. We'll cut to a quick break. 7:48 left in the game here from Smithtown West. The Orlin Cohen Game of the Week brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Will Bernie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
Eaton goes, she shoots. High! No! A goal! Eaton is eating!
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
Every time Spalina beats it.
He's got to give it up. He does to his brother who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up. McNamara. He rips it and he scores.
Hannaford. Minning. Score!
Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores! There's the game winner!
$14-4 your score here, the Orlin Cohen Game of the Week. Nick, and it's been all bowls, all game.
All game long. You know what's interesting? All of these kids, every single kid on Smithtown West plays at least 2 sports. Okay, so they are really unselfish kids. They play more than just lacrosse. They're helping our school and the schools in this area. They're helping a lot of teams. We had a great soccer season here where they went to the state. They were the Long Island champions. We've had other teams in volleyball and swimming and a number of other things, but a lot of these kids are soccer players, football players, and I'm sure Miller Place the same thing. If you look at some of the size of those kids, they better have played football, and they have a pretty good football program over the years.
You hear they're a good sports school.
They certainly are.
Shot, save. I'm sorry, wide. Nick, we could talk. I'm sure you've talked about it on some T&D broadcasts before. Your history here with Smithtown?
My history here, I came to Smithtown in 1987 and stayed here until 2004. I was the director of physical education, health, and athletics, and I left did a lot of coaching here, and I also was a interim athletic director at a number of other districts, but my heart was here at Smithtown, so I came back. I've coached football here as an assistant. I've coached basketball as a head coach. My daughter is the head girls basketball coach at Smithtown West, and my family is Smithtown oriented. So if I sound like I'm proud of them, I certainly am. I spent a lot of time here, and when I see these teams succeed across the board, it's really a pleasure for me.
It's funny. I've worked with both now you and the present athletic director, James Lambert, right? You said?
Yeah.
Jason Lambert. I'm sorry.
Yep.
We did a lacrosse game together, and it's great to work with past and present, right?
Yeah. Well, Jason Lambert was our lacrosse coach. They won 2 county championships back in the early 2000s, and really a great guy. It's funny because the first guy I ever hired here was Pat Smith, and he replaced me as the athletic director. And then I hired Jason Lambert. He was the last guy I ever hired, and he became the athletic director after a number of years. So
it says something about your hiring skills.
Yeah, pretty much.
But thank you for all you've done for Smithtown, and I'm sure they'll continue to make you proud as they're up 14-4 here. Lacrosse season's a long season, as you know, Nick.
Yep.
You could start 0-3 and then finish 13-3.
The playoffs in lacrosse are terrific because they do it by power rating, and it's anybody's game in the playoffs.
Procedure call on Smithtown. It'll go over to Miller Place. Do you have any, game's winding down here. Do you have any fond memories? Maybe, you said you did over 27 years. What was your favorite memory as a athletic director, coach? Maybe one that sticks out to you?
I think one of the greatest games ever played was a football game where we had lost to Sachem when they were just one school, and we had lost to them in the opening day right after 9/11. And we came back in the playoffs, and we were the number 4 seed, and we knocked off number 1 Sachem, and then the next week we lost to William Floyd. But the fact that was a real thrill, and there were so many other games this year in basketball. Playing in the championship game, they lost, but we're there across the board. They played Half Hollow Hills East, who won the county championship. So that
did you say the Sachem memory was your favorite? Because I'm a Sachem alum, right?
Yeah, are you really? I didn't know that. That's too bad. That's too bad. No, I'm only kidding.
I had my years. I actually broadcasted the Long Island championship for Sachem when they won it. They were one and only Long Island championship. But Smithtown, with their backups in, number 42, Max Stein. Number 30, Matthew Salamiri. Nice move behind the goal. And wow. There's number 25, Bobby Treitz.
Oh, Smithtown. Number 25, Bobby Treitz.
Nice goal, Nick. Let's take a look at this.
Wow.
Captain of the hockey team. And to come back, in his senior year. Looks like he's got a little bit of a leg injury there. But nice goal. Bobby Treitz. 3:45. But anyway, Nick, getting back, you've seen a lot. You've seen the transformation of the boys lacrosse game over the years, right? Long Island has always been a powerhouse, a wagon for boys lacrosse.
The main thing, Chris, though, is that there were parts of the country. I coached at Dowling College, and when it was still open, and we would go to places like New Jersey and beat them just because we were from Long Island and we had better lacrosse players. That's not the case anymore. The game has grown so much. It's grown at every level. In the state of Georgia, there are people who are Long Island people who went down there, and I went to a lacrosse game in Georgia when I was visiting my son, and I have to tell you the level of improvement that they've had over the years. And you take a look at any Division I school in the country, they have kids from California, they have kids from Colorado, they have kids. Michigan has become a big state for lacrosse. Of course, North Carolina and Virginia are big, and the Big Ten is a real conference with people from throughout the country. So the game has grown. It's going to be an Olympic sport, not in this Olympics, but in the very next one. It's going to be an Olympic sport, and I can't wait to see it. It's going to be an Olympic sport for men and women. So
I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the World Cup coming to New Jersey, too. But anyway, shot and a goal.
Nice shot.
You always want to go out on a positive, and like you said, if you just tuned in and you look at the score, you would say, oh, wow, this is a pretty close game. Number 8, that's Smithtown. But, Nick, let's see what happened here. Kind of a nice shot. And that's number 8, Jackson Thompson. That's his second.
So there's no quit. They're still playing hard.
Good job. Go to 1. Christian, you clear.
2:55 left in the game.
You're hot, Christian. You're hot.
2:55.
All right. Another face-off, man.
Cabbage has done enough, don't you think?
I think so.
I mean, if he didn't lose one, you would want to keep him in, but he did end up losing one. So, 15-5, 15 goals is a lot. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think Smithtown West yesterday, and I didn't see the score in the paper, but I heard that they scored 20 yesterday against West Babylon.
I mean, good teams, and sure you know, Nick, beat up on bad teams. So, you know, you never want to play down. I'm actually a coach myself. I don't know if I mentioned to you, coach volleyball. You know, I always tell the girls that I coach, don't play down to the competition. You play your game. Yep. Even if you win big, it feels good to win big sometimes. So Smithtown did that today. Miller Place trying to get on the board one more time. Bonacera says no. And is he going anywhere for school?
Undecided still. He's a multi-sport athlete.
Multi-sport athlete. So undecided still. About a month left to decide. So we're April 10th, to about 20 days to decide. Decision day coming up May 1st. It's always an exciting time.
You know what's amazing is lacrosse is one of the sports where the whole idea of the portal has not really taken place yet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that Nick Saban wound up quitting at Alabama because he couldn't handle the portal. You first of all have to recruit your own team, and then you have to worry about replacing the ones that leave. So it's really changed things. Rick Pitino, I think, you know, let it get to him a little bit this year. He was talking about it, and he said, you know, people thought he was talking about like his own players, but he was talking about the nature of the sport, what it's become.
COVID that was the start of the transfer portal era. How about John Calipari leaving Kentucky?
Yeah, right, for Arkansas, right?
For Arkansas, yeah. These coaches who coach in a different era are kind of like over this whole transfer portal because some of these guys who are graduating college now have gone to 3 or 4 different schools.
There were people who've actually used a 6th year to play.
Yeah. there are some NBA players who are in their third year, and then you see a senior in college who's older than them.
Yeah, that's right.
So college sports are an interesting thing nowadays. We're under a minute left, 15-5. See if Miller Place can go out on one final note, and they do. Nice goal there.
There's no quit in these kids.
No quit.
Very
Number three,
very
Dylan
impressive. They
Legala,
played hard
his
the whole
second.
way. That's two.
Legala, we called his name before. Second goal today. So 15-6, Legala. He's only a freshman, remember, Nick. So if in a few years, when he's going to grow, he'll be probably an all-county player as a freshman, putting up 2 versus a very good Smithtown team. Remember the name. So 25 seconds. New face-off guy's number 6, Anthony Cusimano, and he's a sophomore. So if I had to guess, just like LeBron learned from the best, Cabbage is probably training Cusimano. Cottage, I'm sorry. But that's the last whistle. And Nick, it was a pleasure. We'll wrap up everything 15-6.
We'd like to thank all the staff.
We'll be
reffing officials.
thank you for everyone for
make it home safe.
watching. We'll be back next week. Game of the week, Northport, Nick, versus Smithtown East. It's going to be a great game.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that one. It'll be a good one. Like you said, 3-2 was the score last year in the championship. Let's see what the score will be next week. Nick, pleasure working with you.
Pleasure working with you, too.
It was a great game. Smithtown comes out on top, 15-6. Nick Schroeder, Chris Coyozo signing off from Robert W. Pratt Field on the campus of Smithtown West High School. Thank you, everyone. And I want to just thank our production crew, Jamie Burkhart, Tom Bruno, Dave Stempel, and Christian Rue up top. Thank you, everyone, and good night.